The Culture Currency show is for those who recognize that nuance is key. We don't pretend to have all the answers, but we tackle the issues that affect the majority when speaking of Black America. Our discussions are informed by the host's personal experiences and insights, and we're always open to evolving our perspective as we gain new understanding.
This is the story of two friends from the Bronx who decided to get real, be direct, and impact Black culture. Welcome to Culture Currency, where culture is the value.
Peace.
Peace.
How you doing? I'm good, man.
Good seeing you.
You too.
We ain't filming a minute.
Facts.
Even though they don't know that.
Yeah, but we haven't. But we ahead of the game, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm really learning, like, being ahead of the game is so good.
Yeah.
It allows you that room, as opposed to being under pressure and all that. Like, on this kind of schedule, it's just changing how I see scheduling, period.
Yeah.
It's like, get as far ahead as you can.
So you got wiggle room.
You got wiggle room.
Yup.
Yeah.
Well, how you feeling? Everything good?
Yeah, the first time I ain't have no energy, but you know how we like, we tired, and then we get around each other and wake up. So I'm good, man, you know.
I'm sleepy, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm sleepy. I haven't been getting no rest, but...
Yeah. We had a lot of family time, both of us, over the last week or so.
Yeah,
so
that was
I
nice.
Really enjoyed that.
I seen the clips of your mom getting busy. Your moms and my mom's got to get together.
Yeah.
Both of them partying.
Mess around, they know each other.
Nah, they both partying.
Yeah.
Both of them don't sit down when they get some music
what?
on.
Nah, she ain't sitting
My
down.
mom's don't business.
Nah, that's fire. I
she
love
gets
that.
busy. I was watching your mom smile. I was like, yo, they got.
But she got a little winded, though, so she better get to that community center and get to that yoga. Because she was like, whew. I'm like, you winded? Nah.
She said, whew.
Right? Better get
Oh,
to that chair
man,
yoga.
that was good to see, though.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about gratitude. And I wanted to speak about it because I watch people focus on everything but.
Right. It drives me nuts, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm Mahagony.
I'm Aisha.
And this is Culture Currency.
What culture
is the value.
Right.
And the definition for gratitude is the quality of being thankful.
The quality.
The readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
I love that because it shows like the purpose of it, but then what it does to you. Because when you're in that state, then you can give it.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's great. Thanks for defining. It's an exchange. Yes. Okay, that's great. That's great. Do we spend too much time on the lack and not enough time on what we have?
Absolutely. You know, obviously, a lot of the discussions we have is societal issues, but we focus on our community, right? But when you talk to people today, it's always from a glass half empty space.
Yeah.
So it's hard for people to be solution driven.
Right.
When they're so focused on what's not going right.
Right. You literally can't be because you put yourself into a mental space that is a blockage. You create that blockage, right? And then when you have a blockage, how can you see the path through? Because you're not even looking for it. You're not even looking for the solution. You're not looking for the silver lining. All you see is darkness.
Facts. It's like when we always talk about, like, even manifestation, right? When you go into manifestation, it's about where you're focusing your energy most, right? From your thoughts, your conversation, to your actions, where you're focusing your energy is what's going to give you that return.
Exactly.
And if we're focused so much on the absence of versus the abundance of, then what are we expecting to show up in our world?
Right, and then so one of the things I was thinking about was some of the societal issues that I think puts us in those places are the barriers that we experience just from being a person of color.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like the business loans you don't get, the dreams deferred.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so then we buy into it, and then we get stuck in these places.
Yeah, I mean, you know that we did the workshop for the young people for the school
to prison pipeline.
Right. And the young lady who came and expressed what it was and identified, you know, certain things around the school to make sure that the young people knew what it was. I looked around the room and I watched as their body kind of folded in. They lost the will in that moment.
When they realized what was up against them?
Exactly. And I had to take the time after her speech to kind of give them a pep talk, to let them know that was heavy. And I know it was heavy because now you're finding out something about an entire system that was created to create a negative response in your world. However, it's better to know it.
That's right.
So that you can create a response to it versus not know it and fall into it.
Because you don't even know it's there, right?
And so I say all of that just to say that a lot of times, instead of focusing on, okay, identify that those things exist. We're not looking to be delusional.
Right.
Those things do exist. But now how do I counteract that?
Absolutely.
And also, what else exists? Right. That's where the gratitude comes in, right? It's like, all right, you do have things working against us, but we got things working in our favor too. So when are we going to focus on that? And I really wanted to have this discussion on that because it's very important. Like if the older, you know, generation doesn't understand how to differentiate between the positives and the negatives and how to operate, we can't teach our youngsters.
I love it. And it starts with us. You made me think about so many things. It takes me back to Kashima, our guest talking about the hip-hop literacy. I actually spoke to Kashima earlier.
Okay.
And one thing we was talking about, the immigration issue and what we do about it. And she's like, you know, the narrative is that is a bad thing and it hurts our country, right? And she was like, it's important to make sure that we're instilling to all our young people self-pride and understanding that you cannot buy into those narratives because you are actually an asset and not what not what the media is saying. So what you're talking about is using education as power and understanding like, these are all of the things that are in place. Now, what do you do about it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What are you going to lay down and fold?
We always talk about judgment, and I always make the statement, like, I'm all about judgment. People always like to demonize the word as if it's a negative. Judgment does not mean criticize.
Right.
Judgment means assess. Right? We come to conclusions often, right? With the information that we have at our hands, right? But sometimes we have less information than later on, right? So we make decisions according to that information.
Where you are at the time.
But when you get more information, you would have made a different decision, or you can reestablish another decision.
And do it again.
Right? And so that's important in this conversation, right? When we're talking about empowering for the space of gratitude. It's like, yo, I'm thankful for the fact that these young people now know this information. Because now what? Y'all think y'all gonna systematically brainwash me into being in this space. But instead, now that I know that's what y'all doing, I can counteract that. You know what I mean?
Because I'm stronger than that.
And you should be grateful.
Exactly.
You should be thankful for that.
You know, reassessing just when I'm walking in neighborhoods and seeing the businesses, the amount of Chinese restaurants that we have in our neighborhoods, right? And we're always saying, oh, how come we don't have these businesses? They open up all these Chinese restaurants. They got the hair because they are given the loans and we are denied those loans. It's not that our people didn't want to do these things. We was systematically blocked from being able to progress. And, what things?
Have those businesses.
Oh yeah, so they burnt those down and then blocked us from reestablishing.
Exactly.
So now I was like, oh, so it's not a disappointment in my people or feeling like, come on, man, we're not doing the right thing. No, we've been systematically blocked from that. But look what we've done still. You know what I mean? Many of us still, our businesses are making things happen even with those blocks.
And that's that glass half full, right? It's like, if we had the abilities that other people have been given, then we would have it in masses, right? But without it, we're still making a way. And that should not be sneezed upon. We should be taking great pride in that. You know what I mean? The fact that me and you, we wake up every day with the will to teach young people that they are great,
Right.
that they can do all of the things.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
It's like,
right.
if we were the people who are still sitting in the glass half empty,
we wouldn't be able to get up and do this.
Do that.
No, we wouldn't. So that brings us to our next question. Do you feel like we as a people take full advantage of our resources, the ones that we do have accessible to us?
I think we lack the esteem to do so.
What you mean by that?
What I mean is, I think certain resources we see as valuable, and certain resources we don't recognize the value in.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time we see the value in something is when we feel like it's free. When we feel like something is being given that we don't have to do nothing for, right? And usually those are the things that are actually a part of the trap that we talk about. And there's also systems outside of the schools that I don't think people are paying attention to, that are actually there to do the exact same thing, to get us lazy.
Yeah, to make you less self-reliant as possible.
Yeah.
And more crippled.
Absolutely.
And feeling like, damn, I can't make this much money because then I'm gonna lose this free thing. Basically, why would I work if I could get this free check? You know what I mean? Why would I try to buy a home when I could keep Section 8 over here, whatever like that, because it's, you know what I mean? So just keeping us in a certain space.
And not recognizing that mindset means that at any point someone can pull the rug from underneath you.
That too.
Right?
That too.
So that goes back to the freedom conversation. Like, are we valuing our freedom within this understanding? Right? So when you lack gratitude, you lack freedom, you lack the ability to see the silver linings in everything. And you lack happiness because you lack the ability to really identify what is present in your world.
That's right. And that's the thing about gratitude, right? It gives you the permission to be happy. And the one thing we talked about is like it gives you a reminder to love the little things. And actually, I actually have a
such thing as little things.
You're right, because everything adds up, right? It's no such thing as little things.
We take so much for granted, man.
Right.
When you wake up, and I know this sounds cliche as hell,
but it's not.
When you take it for granted that you're just gonna get up in the morning. We just had a conversation about a couple of people today
that did not
get up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So when I wake up, it's like, thank you.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Another day to try again what I did not accomplish yesterday.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not no small thing.
Yep. And I have a gratitude prayer. I think I said this before, a gratitude prayer every morning. And I lay there and I think about everything that I'm grateful for. One of them is that comfortable bed.
That's important.
You know what I mean? And that I had a good sleep, and that I'm about to get on and put on clothes that I like, and then I'm gonna have a breakfast made for me because my girlfriend has one job, and that's to make me breakfast. And just feeling very grateful for that. I was like,
y'all don't see her, but that head came up real slow. You stupid.
No, but for real, I do a gratitude prayer every morning just to put myself in that headspace. Like, okay, because some mornings you don't really feel like getting up, you feel groggy or you feel a little down. But it's like you really, okay, so what am I grateful for? I'm grateful to breathe right now. Thank you, God. I'm grateful that these legs work. All right. I mean, you know people that's in wheelchairs. You know what I mean? It's just...
Also, just like, yo, what do I look forward to today?
And what do I look forward to today? That's
you know
what
I mean? Yep. Give yourself something to strive. What do I look forward to today? I do exactly that. I take inventory. Like, when I wake up, it's like, it's a fresh start.
Right.
And sometimes, like I was just saying, I'm tired, right? So sometimes I'll wake up and be like, damn, I'm still tired. And I have to catch myself.
Right.
With you still tired.
Right.
That's not the thought right now.
Right.
Right now is, yo, you awake.
Right, yep.
Life is still in you.
Yep.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
You know what I mean?
Let's get to it, yep.
So,
and I remember in the wintertime, like, because the building is horrible with heat. And I'm like, oh my God, yo, I don't got no heat, but you know what? I got a heater. Thank God, I got a heater. You know what I'm saying?
You still got a roof.
And it's still got that's the main thing, roof over my head.
Still got a roof.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because this winter was a real one.
It is.
And there was a few people that was homeless.
Yeah. My people's live in front of the
didn't wake up.
What you call it? He live in front of the check cashing place.
They found there was bodies this winter.
Sure.
There was bodies this winter from this cold. So it's like, yo, those things be seeming like so minute, but it's nothing. There's no such thing.
And you know, I actually get angry when I see people not being gracious for what they do have and constantly complaining. It angers me, and then it's something that I'm fearful to not have.
I feel sorry for them.
I be mad. Like, yo, I was like, come on, you got to be great. Because I feel like if you can't be grateful for what you have now, how do you think you're going to get somewhere else? You can't.
You're not.
You can't move.
While I was in Atlanta, I met up with my youngest daughter and her children. Now, I don't get a chance to see them often because they out there. And, you know, my grandson's on the spectrum. They labeled him nonverbal, and he's recently started using words.
That's great.
So
that's right.
When I got out the car, he seen me, and he just, like, lit up, ran to me. And he didn't want to get in the car. He kept pointing. And his mom was getting frustrated. I said, I'm going to take him and let him show me what he
talking about, right?
Yo, when I say this boy is using whatever language he using, right? Because he ain't using he's not using full English. He's able to repeat words and different things
he's
like
learning.
that now. Yeah. But he speaks, it sounds like he's speaking Chinese.
Okay.
But when I say tickled, he's just going nonstop. Like, I don't think he took a breath. He's just...
I love, oh my goodness.
Yo, tears just started coming out my eyes because I'm sitting there and I'm just like so appreciative of this moment.
And you get to experience that with him.
And I like, call me soft. That's the type of shit I live for.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the type of
so
shit I live
beautiful,
for.
man.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm trying to hold it because I'm like, I want because my daughter gonna call me out like, you crying? I'm like,
yes, I am crying. Shit.
I was sitting there
big,
like,
man.
Yo,
I mean,
I was like, yo, like this is dope.
And it happened to be able to be there for that moment, not hear about it on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you, man. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. So those are the good times, right? Now, what about to have gratitude in the hard times? You know what I mean? When things are not looking up, when things are not going well.
That's when people find it the hardest because it feels delusional when things are happening that aren't pleasant and you're living in the pleasantries. It's like, oh, you faking it or you being delusional. However, that is the time to search for those moments.
You got to keep yourself up, right?
Search for those moments when you're not feeling that.
What is it going to serve you to put yourself more in the rut than you already are in with something that you can't control?
That's the thing. That was one of the biggest lessons that I learned. Because of who I am, my personality, my makeup, I like to be in control of everything.
How unfortunate is that?
How unfortunate is that is right, because that causes you a lot of grief. Because there's no such thing as you being in control of everything. And the moment, like most people who are like religious, they say let go and let God, right? I remember when I had that moment when I was like, yo, I just surrendered.
Good.
And that changed my life.
Yeah, good.
Changed my life completely.
Right.
Because then I was able to actually do the stock work.
Right.
Inventory.
Right.
What can I do in this moment? And what is completely out of my control?
Right.
And then I started working on everything that I could do. I do it to the best of my ability.
Right.
And if it doesn't change the circumstances, now I know this is not for me.
Right, because I tried my best. I did
everything that I possibly can.
That's right.
Now it's about leaning in on what you say you believe.
Right, and then I see what's going to happen now.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You say you have this relationship with a higher source. Let source do what the source do. And it hasn't stared me wrong not one time.
I also feel like that the hard times is that's really where you learn your lessons.
Necessary.
You know what I mean? That's really not when things are great. You're not learning lessons. You're just enjoying the fruits at that point. So the hard times when things get really, really tough for you, that's really the time to reassess.
I'm happy you said that.
You know what I mean? That's really, really the time to reassess. And those are and that's how I really became like a true believer in what gratitude is all about. When I got diagnosed with cancer and I couldn't work and I couldn't do what I love and I'm sitting there, I can't work out. Like my body is not responding to, like, it's just like
a heavy moment. It's very
feeling
heavy
sick. I'm supposed to be losing weight. I'm gaining weight, losing hair.
And you're sitting with your mortality.
Sitting with my mortality. I got 2 other family members that has cancer. They neither one of them made it. I made it. It just did so much, but I said, okay. I felt like it was just a time for me to sit back. I had to make something good out of it. I had to. My whole look changed. I had long braids my whole life. Now I got a Caesar. I got to be confident in that. A lot of transitioning, but it's like, was I gonna feel sorry for myself or be angry with God? You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Or was I gonna look at it as, you know what? You know, this is the
still
time for me to sit back and rest. I've got life. I got something to live for. You know what?
Thank you for being so vulnerable with that too.
Yeah.
But during that time, what did you focus on? What was it that gave you that extra oomph, that will to keep moving forward? Besides the fact that you beat it, you had a part in beating it. You know what I mean? Your mindset, the things you were doing, like what did you focus on to get you out of that?
I had no choice but to surrender. I'm sick. I have no choice but to figure out what's going on. Everything happens for a reason, right? What is this reason? You know, I think it helped me have a deeper connection to my purpose. Because when I realized, when I was told that there was a likely chance that I was not gonna die, I stuck with that. Like, okay, bet. Okay, I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna survive. Is whatever the chance, I'm gonna survive. And then, so this is a chance to rest. And the rest to think about what? To rest and to do what? And then, like you said, I became more connected to my mortality, and then see some of my other family members that's not making it, and we know they're not gonna make it. It's like, oh shit, Ish, you gotta stop playing with life. What you here for? What you gotta do? Tighten up. This is about whatever warning you get, and take this warning serious. And when you come up out of this, and it was just that. It was just like, all right.
That's what's up.
You know?
What stuck out to me was the fact that you said, I didn't have any choice but to surrender. But the reality is you did have a choice.
Right.
And you chose to surrender.
Right, I chose the silver lining. I chose to surrender. Like,
you feel me?
I gotta ride this, I gotta lay on this boat.
Because this is what this conversation is about, right? People feel like they don't have any choice.
Right, yep.
And that's why they give up on themselves. You didn't give up on yourself because you felt like, I don't have no choice but to fight for my life.
Yeah, right, yep.
And that's the silver lining.
Right.
Right? That's the glass half full versus the glass half empty.
Yeah.
And that's the message we trying to push in this particular episode.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's a great example of hard time and what you gonna do. You gonna fold, you know what I mean? Or you gonna sit up.
Some people feel like, well, I'm die anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that whole giving up.
And start smoking cigarettes.
Yo,
start partying, doing more stuff.
Did I tell you about being on a train? I'm on a train. What looks like a fiend comes on the train. Woman. So she sits down and she about to smoke one. And I said, please don't do that on this train. She like, why? I said, what? Because I don't smoke and I don't want to smoke.
Right.
What you mean, why?
Right. Why?
She was like, right? She did one of those, sat for a minute, tried to put her jacket up and smoke behind her. I said,
you lying.
Dead serious. When I say tight, I say, yo, don't do that.
Right. Like, now you giving her the energy. Like,
I'm
not playing with you.
Don't do that. I don't smoke. I don't want to smoke. She's like, yo, I'm dying of cancer. I can't even have a cigarette.
Wonderful.
I said, oh, shit.
That's what you did?
So that's what you did with that.
Right.
I said, okay,
Yeah.
so you want to take yourself out earlier and you want to take me
And
with
want to
you.
take me with you. Yep.
How about no?
Right.
How about you put that cigarette out because I'm not playing with you?
Right.
Dead
right.
serious.
You playing with you, but I'm not playing with you. Right.
So after I spoke up, now everybody on the train followed lead, and I was able to sit back and let them handle it because I was like, I'm not going to be a part of the
whole crowd.
the jumping of her.
Right.
But I was like, yo, she said, I got cancer, I'm dying. I can't have a cigarette. I said, what?
Yeah. Yup.
That's what you did with that?
Yeah, that's what you did with that. That's what you ain't say, you know what, let me see if I got a little, let me see what I could reverse, how I could prolong this thing.
That's wild.
Prevent, mitigate, like.
I was sitting there like, I was baffled. I said, yo, she really said that to me.
Yeah.
That
she's
is
dead serious.
Dead serious. So serious.
That make me think of Irv Gotti. And his health issues. Yeah. And the health issues you have.
Was not trying.
And you not really trying to change all your ways to keep you here for you and your family.
You know what? That brings me to selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't like to have this conversation because of the fact that they feel like it's shaming someone who is making decisions for their own life. But we are, like I said in other shows,
living for ourselves, right?
We don't, our lives is not just ours.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We are connected to others.
Yep.
Our existence and the things we do in our existence affect others.
That's right. Greatly.
So when you got children,
spouses,
you got spouses, parents, siblings, like what are you talking about?
Yep.
You just doing what you want to do.
Right.
To hell with everybody else.
All the connections that you have, you know, that web exercise when you go, you know, you throw the
yeah.
all those connections you have, that web.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. And that in itself says that you don't have gratitude for your tribe.
Oh, so that brings us to the next point about gratitude and its relation to resentment and arrogance, right? Because to not have gratitude is definitely a form of arrogance, and it definitely builds resentment. Right?
Absolutely.
Because you're not getting into...
You focus on all the wrong things.
You focus on all the wrong things. And the arrogance, I think arrogance and resentment really goes hand in hand. Because you feel like, how dare this happen to me? Or woe is me? Or me,
you lack accountability.
Me. You lack accountability. You lack everything. You lack the lesson. You lack everything. You know what I mean? So when you're not grateful, it's really a form of arrogance. And you're really just building a resentment in yourself as if you're so special, more special than anyone in the world, and you're not supposed to go through these lessons.
You're not supposed
and these
to
trials and
reap any
tribulations.
of the responses to your actions that everybody else has to reap.
Yeah, why not
when
you?
they have actions.
Yeah, why not you? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not a fake it till you make it thing. You know, I'm like, no, I'm faking it. It's kind of like, no, really, like what you were saying, really look at the things that you can really be grateful for.
Yep.
Don't like faking like, I'm so happy today. Okay, if you're not, you're not. All right, but what are you grateful for though? What are the things that are, like you said, are going well? That's what it's about. It's not faking it till you make it, creating a false narrative. No, pick out the things, pick out the small things that are not small. Find things to lift your spirits.
The same way you find things to be upset about.
People
be looking for stuff to be
mad.
Angry. Yeah, like what?
I was talking to one of my siblings, right? And I was like, yo, it's crazy. I said, you really got to enjoy those good days because, because the bad days are sure to come. You know what he said to me?
What?
And I know he gonna watch this, so you know who I'm talking about. He was like, you know what? That's why I don't get too happy.
Oh, wow.
I said, that's why you don't get too happy. I'm like, yo, I said, no, that's why you get happy. And you spend your time and that's, you really enjoy it and hold on to those moments. Because then you're saying, so for all that you're saying, no, I'm gonna be half upset all the time because bad times are coming. What about being happy all the time? Because understand?
That's a lot of people's mindset, though.
And
it's like, oh,
for what?
I might get my heart broken, so I'm not gonna try love.
I'm not gonna love.
I might. It's like, it's like, yo, if you've experienced like what love actually is, and that doesn't have to be in a romantic space, right? If you truly know love, you know that is something that you do not want to be without.
Right.
I don't give a damn how many times my heart gets broken. I'm going for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep going until I find my match.
Yep.
That is in friendships. That is in, like, I don't believe in, I'm too old for new friends. I don't believe in it. Now, obviously, I'm intentional with my connectivity.
Right. But not just cut off to it all together.
Yeah, but cutting off to it, now I'm open to it. I'm open to all things abundance.
Right, that's right.
And
there you go.
If you close yourself off to all things abundance, then you might as well be ending it now.
You might as well just go ahead. Yeah.
Let me fix that, because I don't want nobody to take that differently. If you're cutting yourself off to abundance, then you've already given up.
Right.
And what's the point in that? You got life in you. That means you got another chance, another day to try anything, do anything, make things better than they were a minute ago.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Yo, I was watching this video. Steve Harvey said something. He said, imagine, say you want to make $1 million, right? But instead, you got 20,000. And then the next year you got 50,000. And he said, you got the nerve to be mad at the 50. Like last year, you ain't just have 20. But you mad that you don't have $1 million yet.
How it be.
So you mad at the 50. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, are you serious?
You're not counting your blessings.
You're not counting your blessings, and you're not realizing, like, this is all a journey. This is part of it. We're going to be up. We're going to be down. We're going to have a lot. We're going to have a little. You're going to learn through it all, and it's all beautiful, man.
That's a part of the inventory, too. Thinking about all of the things that you desired in the past.
Right.
And how many of them you actually touched. Like, I find such joy in that when I be like, I remember when I was like, I'm going to do this. And then I did it.
And then
And now I got it.
Right.
And now on to the next one.
And then how quick do we forget?
Quickly.
How quick do we forget?
Quickly.
All those praise and all those things you wanted and you actually got it and you still funky? Get your funky ass out of here.
Just stankin'.
Just stinking ass.
Just stankin'.
Yeah.
Now you don't remember.
What is it that you want to attract? You want to attract funky? You know what I mean? You want to attract a nasty attitude? You want to attract not being blessed?
Word.
You want to attract darkness? What's up with you? Or do you want to attract more of what's good?
I think a large part of this conversation is really driving into people. The same thing we drive into them in every episode is that you have control of your destiny. And I know that a lot of people don't believe that because they haven't put the work in to test it out. But it's a true statement.
And I want to say something too. Like, even though, what? Because I got to say that because this is really blew my mind.
I try not to break into your thought. I'm about to bust out laughing as soon as you said that.
Okay, I got it. Like, why your voice did that? I think to say something. All right. So, boom. All right, so I got to say something. So we had the religion conversation. Somebody brought it to my attention that a lot of times people use religion as a crutch to be lazy and not do it. I'm like, God is going to do this. Because one of my family members said to me, I'm like, yo, what's up with the cigarettes? And boom, boom, boom. You smoke weed, you smoke cigarettes. Like, you're doing a lot to yourself and we getting older. You're not going to get these organs back. The same old thing. And she was like, listen, when it's my number, when my page coming, it's my number, that's just my time to go. That's it. As if you have nothing to do with any of it. You understand what I'm saying?
A lot of people think like
that. You just make these excuses and
say
like,
these things. When it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
You sure speeding up that time. Yeah, so I just had to bring that up because I didn't really know how to counteract that.
That's a real belief that a lot of people have. And I would like to, with this episode, I would like to challenge people to do 30 days. 30 days of being intentional about not only your inventory, what is great going on in my life? What is good? What is great? What would I like to be great, right? And then start putting some work into that. 30 days. That's all I'm asking. 30 days. And where you end up in 30 days, if that doesn't prove to you that you have a hand in your outcome, I don't know what
And how
will.
you feel inside. So you're saying what's going good and what would I like to be good. All right, I like that. I like that.
And put those steps in.
Yeah.
We talk about inventory on this show all the time, so we're not blind to the ebbs and flows, right? But during those times where things are not at its height is where you need that energy, that push forward the most, and that's when you do most inventory for, the positive things in your world.
That's right. And I like the use of the word inventory, because you are your business.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? What do businesses have to do to know what's going on? They have to look at their stock, they have to look at their inventory and know what they need more of, know what you have a surplus of. So it's like, take that inventory, look at that like it's a stock room. What's going on in your stock room?
Because I like that you use that as an example, because when you do have a business and you see that supplies are low, you don't cry about the supplies being low.
I'm gonna just close this business. We don't got no supplies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go and figure out how. What's my budget?
Yeah.
How am I going to get new supplies?
Right.
What can we get? What we have?
What we have.
And that is what you do in your world.
Amen. I like it.
I'm Mahagony.
I'm Ish.
And this is Culture Currency.
Where culture
is the value.
Make sure to like, subscribe,
share, and comment.
Peace.